utopia born from vision, celebrity, and crypto ambition. Akon City was supposed to redefine Africa's future. It promised solar power, digital banking, and skyscrapers shimmering like the sunlit ocean they'd overlook. But by mid-2025, this dream was formally dead. This is the story of Akon City, how it began, what it symbolized, and why it ultimately crumbled. In 2018, Senegalese-American singer Akon, known worldwide for his chart-topping hits, announced an audacious plan to build a $6 billion futuristic city powered entirely by renewable energy and driven by cryptocurrency. Inspired by the fictional nation of Wakanda from Marvel's Black Panther, Akon promised a haven of innovation and Pan-African pride, dubbed simply Akon City. Backed by Senegal's government and situated near Mbodine, about 100 kilometers from Dakar, the plan envisioned 800 hectares of shining architecture, eco-housing, tech hubs, and creative spaces for African film production. The idea was intoxicating. Imagine a high-tech smart city, transacting entirely in Akon's own digital currency. It would be a cradle of blockchain education, economic inclusion, and cultural renaissance. By August 2020, the project broke ground. Cameras flashed as Akon and Senegal's officials laid the ceremonial stone, promising Phase 1 completion by 2023. American firm KE International took on the contract, while Dubai's Bakri and Associates led the futuristic design. But reality moved slower than the renderings. By late 2021, ground activity had nearly stopped. Then came COVID-19, supply chain inflation, investor hesitancy, and a declining crypto market. By 2023, only one building existed, the Akon City Welcome Center, and even it stood unfinished, surrounded by sand and silence. Local communities who had given up land waited for compensation that never came.
I always dreamed about it, but didn't know that it was possible, obviously. But as time went on, things got better. My energy company was super successful. So I was able to accumulate a group of friends that I was able to raise this money with and actually build the city. It's be one of many throughout all of Africa, starting in Senegal. So we plan to literally franchise the city. As of right now, the whole idea was, okay, what do we start first? What do we start to build first? So what I wanted to do, I wanted the city to be something that was in there that would actually be utilized by the whole country. So we're starting with the hospital first. The hospital is going to be the hospital alone is close to $1 billion, just the hospital, because it's going to be one of the biggest hospitals in all of West Africa. Because we noticed that a lot of times someone may get sick with a serious illness, but then someplace in Africa, you literally have to fly into Europe or in America to get treated. So now this will make a lot easier for people to just fly directly into Senegal, which may be an hour flight, 2-hour flight from anywhere in Africa. And everything else will build around it. Obviously, the police stations, the fire departments, the local private airstrip, things like that. All that will already be in place during Phase 1. We'll also have all the condominiums, the resorts, and everything like that built during Phase 1 as well too.
But it's now, happening. Okay, so talk to me.
So just to be very clear, Akon City is under attack. The concept of what this dream means to Africa is so big that it's shaking up a lot of agendas in Africa. So anyone that's in construction or anyone that just use basic common sense knows that it takes 12 months to maybe 15 months to build a normal house.
Right.
We're talking about building a city with high-end high-rises, major structures. I mean, it's just the studies alone took 2.5 years.
Yeah.
Before construction even began.
Those people who asked for their money back and were expecting it a year ago, when will they receive their money?
Well, that I'm just literally on everything finding out. So I'm gonna definitely get more involved and figure out what that's about. But we do have instruments in place to make sure those people are happy, even if I gotta go in my own pocket. I'm dead serious.
You'll pay out of your own pocket?
Hell yeah, I would, because they believed in me.
By mid-2024, the Senegalese government had grown impatient. SAPCO, the tourism agency that granted Akon the property, issued an ultimatum: begin construction or relinquish 90% of the land, and Akon missed the deadline. The failure of Akon City reveals intersections where idealism met infrastructure. At its core, it was undone by three forces: over-reliance on Akon's crypto coin, which collapsed before construction even began; lack of tangible investor commitment, as major U.S. and Middle Eastern backers never materialized; regulatory and logistical barriers, with Senegal struggling to provide supportive infrastructure and oversight. Behind the glossy renderings was a lack of roads, water, and power, foundations no futuristic vision could float above. Akon City's collapse isn't just a failed construction. It's a cautionary tale about ambition, technology, and celebrity-driven development. It symbolized the tension between image and implementation, between Africa's renewed confidence and the global structures that still shape its economy. Yet, many Senegalese remain hopeful that some part of Akon's vision survives. The idea of an African-led eco-city, a living Wakanda, still resonates across the continent, even if its first attempt fell short. Dreams don't fail, they evolve. In this case, it failed. Akon City may never rise from Senegal's sands, but it revealed a generation's hunger for progress and pride. For every disappointingly empty skyline, there's another African visionary preparing to build something real, something lasting, brick by brick. Thank you for joining us. If you enjoy content like this, don't forget to like and subscribe for so much more. There are a lot of large projects coming in 2026. Until next time, don't let the Donald get you down.